What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackerz, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So if you haven't seen it before, really simple, quick run through. This is a tournament of 100 characters, and then each day on the channel, besides Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. And then, well, in the matchup, I'll just talk about the two characters in the match. Maybe go over like a mini moveset pool, maybe go over a couple facts about a character, whatever it might be. Try to make a mini case why they could make sense for Smash Bros. For DLC, and then we'll vote down in the comments. But voting is a part of the overall rules, so we'll throw up all the rules on screen for you guys right about now. And rule number 1 is this is for fun, and why does that have to be a rule? It's pretty simple, actually. If you like a character, feel free to vote for him. I know that sounds silly, but we have characters that are Sis trophies, me costumes, spirits, characters that are disconfirmed, you know, that they won't happen. Doesn't matter. If you want to support a character, regardless of whatever their situation is for Smash Bros. At this time, feel free. Because remember, we have the new DLC. We have no idea what anything. We have no idea what direction DLC is going to go. Maybe they do upgrade a spirit to a playable character. Maybe they do upgrade an assist trophy to a playable character. Maybe they go first party for the additional we don't know. If you like a character, feel free to drop a vote. It's all good. So yeah, that's rule number 1. Rule 2, you do only get 1 vote per person. How do you vote? Very simple. Down in the comments, you type the name of the character that you were voting for in the matchup for that day. And then, yeah, you are allowed to vote for both by simply typing the word both if you like both the characters in the match of the day, or if you're having a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you can vote for both. Totally fine. Double elimination tournament, though. Rest of the rules here. Double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine winner and loser, if there's a tie in the votes, we'll flip a coin on camera. Fairest way to break a tie. And then last rule is each match, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week. So that means today's Saturday. Means we'll get the results of today's matchup next Saturday. So you have 7 days from when the episode gets uploaded to get your vote in. Anything that comes in after that, sorry, just doesn't count. Alright, that's it. So let's get to the results and the matchup of the day. Alright, so we're in the loser bracket again. So somebody's getting eliminated. So the matchup from last week was Hat Kid from A Hat in Time, an indie character, taking on Chibi Robo, a Nintendo first-party character. And yeah, there's a lot of just straightforward, right to the point. Most of the votes were that way again. They usually are. But yeah, nothing really big. A couple of people were saying about Hat Kid. It's not really in their top 5. It's not really one of their most wanted indie characters. So it's kind of like, I support indies, but Hat Kid's not really quite up there for me. So here's the results. Hat Kid ended up winning 28 votes to only 15 for Chibi. So Chibi, you eliminated. I'm sorry. But hey, everybody's going to lose a match at some point, except the winner. Well, I mean, the winner could lose a match. But everybody's ultimately going to end with a loss except one character. So anyway, Hat Kid wins, moves on to the next round to face Dr. Eggman. Good luck in that matchup. But that result's out of the way, so we've got to go to the matchup for the day, which is a pretty decent one, I think. We have the Mario series with Captain Toad. So that should, well, I mean, yeah, Captain Toad's still part of the Mario umbrella, you know, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, that franchise. But Captain Toad's opponent is Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat franchise. And yes, Mortal Kombat, it's too gory. There's a simple fix. I always say that, and we'll talk about that. But let's get into it. So, Captain Toad's up first. And look, get this out of the way as well. Captain Toad, or just regular Toad, Toadette, Toadsworth, okay, maybe not Toadsworth to a degree, but those characters, they're all kind of the same iteration of the character, different iterations of the character. And what I'm getting at, I think you guys know by now, this is a Nintendo All-Star game. Yes, we have third-party characters, completely okay. But I'm just saying, when you look at the roster, how is Toad not playable on the roster? Arguably one of the most iconic, most recognizable characters in all of Nintendo. All of Nintendo. Yeah, Toad's in the game, sure. But I want a playable character. I want a playable version of Toad. Wouldn't be my most used character. I'm going to be completely honest. Not going to be my most used character, whether it's regular Toad, Captain Toad, or Toadette. Not going to be one of my most used. But mad respect, big. Just this character deserves it at this point. Like there's there's a few characters left in Nintendo land out there that are, at least in my eyes, that are first party Nintendo All-Stars, and some variation of Toad for sure. Dixie Kong, absolutely. I'm sure I'm sure there's a couple more. I just can't think. Deserves to be playable. That's my big point. Deserves to be playable. So we'll talk about the potential moveset. You can see some stuff here on screen. But some people say, okay, Captain Toad can't jump. Either could Olimar. Get over it. It can happen. You can put him in Smash. He can jump. Okay, easy stuff. So moveset. So how could Captain Toad in this case, moveset? Easy. I talk about a lot of this stuff all the time. He's got a pickaxe. He's got a turnip cannon. He could have the turnip pluck. He could have the clear pipe cannon, which I think makes a lot of sense. Take a pipe and kind of go up and whatever. Maybe you could even kind of control the not the length of the pipe, but the direction it goes. So maybe you just hold up B and it just goes straight up, or maybe like left, up, and then right or something, you know, kind of like curve it around. So maybe a controllable pipe would kind of be kind of a fun idea, I suppose. Let's see, he's got mine carts. He's got diamonds. He's got the big headlamp on his head. You could use that, you know, as like a headbutt, you know, simple stuff. Then, of course, you're going to have some basic attacks. Maybe use the pickaxe, you know, jab it backwards for a back air. You could, obviously, little punches and kicks. Maybe Toad does a little, I don't know, rolling somersault, kind of like a dash attack. Just kind of thinking of stuff. But, like, there's a lot of potential with the character, and I truly... I will always say it until it happens. We need a playable version of Toad, right? He is a Nintendo All-Star. And of course, if we do get Captain Toadette, or if we get Toad, then Toadette, there has to be an alternate skin at the very least, right? If there's another category, there's another something that Nintendo could do a lot better, alternate skins. You know, like Captain Toad, we could get Toadette, or, you know, Bowser could get Dry Bowser. Because, like, look at Mario. Mario's got a couple different ones. He's got his builder, the Mario builder. He's got his tuxedo. There's so many characters that can have just different copies, different skins of themselves, and that would be a really cool aspect. I mean, Bowser Jr.'s got, you know, the 8 Koopalings with Bowser. He's got the Koopalings as the alternate skin, so, like, I wish that was something Nintendo would look at a bit more when coming up with the characters. I'm not saying that better happen. No, I'm just saying maybe throw us a little something. Maybe even as DLC, I don't know, as a free update, just an extra couple like a skin pack for, you know, like 10 characters, and these 10 characters each get one different variation or something like that would be really cool. So I like that. So I mean, like, look, Captain Toad, I like plus his game back on the Wii U was one of the few games that was actually a pretty big success, and that was on the Wii U of all systems. If you succeeded on the Wii U, you know you had a pretty good franchise, and it did get ported over to the Switch. That ended up having additional DLC, I'm pretty sure. And then wasn't it on the 3DS as well? I think so. So they brought it over multiple times, or ported it over multiple times. So it's like, I think it's a franchise that they can really build around. Plus the stage, I think, would have a fun little aspect with it. You know how you can, like, turn the stage in the Captain Toad games? Kind of a similar thought process to how Banjo-Kazooie's stage works. Spiral Mountain, how it kind of rotates. Maybe something along the lines of that. You know, just get, like, this giant block stage. So, like, the front has whatever sort of pattern you turn it, it's going to have a different sort of pattern, you know. So, like, each part as it turns, it's going to keep having something a bit different and unique. That would make such a fun stage, honestly. That'd make a very fun stage. So there's a lot of potential. Moveset, the character's recognizable, would have a very fun moveset, and the stage, I think, would be very enjoyable as well. If you're into those kind of, we'll say, gimmicky kind of stages, but come on now, let's go. I mean, deserves it at this point. Deserves it. But let's talk about another franchise that you could also say deserves to be in Smash Bros., and that would be Mortal Kombat, and today's rep from Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero. Now, why does Sub-Zero make sense? Why does Mortal Kombat make sense first? One of, if not the most recognizable name in the fighting game genre out there today. Mortal Kombat, been around for decades. Decades, right? The most recent Mortal Kombat game was on the Switch with MK11. So, like, they've recently, obviously, they came up, they had quite a bit of games on Nintendo platforms in the past. they're back on Nintendo again with the Switch and MK11, like I said. They even had, which game was that? Wasn't there a Mortal Kombat game that was exclusive for the Wii that had a Wii exclusive character, I think? Wasn't that like Chameleon or something like that? I think if my facts are correct, that'd be kind of interesting, right? Could get that as like, I don't know if you could do like not an Echo Fighter, no, like an assist trophy or something fun like that. If a Mortal Kombat character came over, if my facts are correct, and this Chameleon that I'm thinking of was an actual like exclusive for that game, that'd be really fun. Or maybe it wasn't exclusive, but as like the only appearance for the character. But anyway, let's focus on Sub-Zero here. Iconic name, awesome play style, one of the more played characters. I think mainly because people know who the character is and the moveset. For the most part, if you're a beginner, there's a lot of simple combos that you can, figure out, like, easy. So, like, moveset. You come from a fighting game. That is easy. You just take that moveset and figure out, alright, which input do I put that into for its Smash moveset? So, Ice Blast, a little freezing attack. Simple. You can, the Ice Slide, that's perfect for a dash attack. Ice Clone. Down special, I suppose. Makes a copy of what your pose was at the time that you pressed down B. So it's kind of like an extra projectile, and in the game, Sub-Zero would be able to come up and pick up the Ice Clone and then chuck it at your opponent. So that'd be kind of cool. Maybe use it as another platform to jump off of, so to speak. And freezing the ground, just little ice balls he shoots out, ice daggers, ice swords. There's ice-based moveset, basically. Most of us should know who Sub-Zero is. So moveset is extremely easy. Moveset is so easy. The character is very recognizable. Moveset would be very enjoyable as well. Like I said, Mortal Kombat, he's one of the more played characters all the time. So, I mean, that's got to say something, right? Yeah, that's got to say something. So, Mortal Kombat, again, though, like, you can make the case, though, if indeed Mortal Kombat gets a playable character, should it be Sub-Zero? Should it be Scorpion? Should it be Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage, Raiden, whoever? You can really make a case for a lot of Mortal Kombat characters, but I think at the top of the list, though, Sub-Zero has to be one of the more likely candidates if that were to happen. So maybe it does. And let's touch on the Mortal Kombat's too mature with all the blood and gore. Again, they're added effects to moves. They're just added effects. So Sub-Zero's not going to be ripping somebody's spine out. That's not Smash Bros. That's not how the game works. He's not going to be doing that. He's not going to be, uppercutting Mario and Mario's jaw breaks apart. He's not going to be doing that, right? He's not going to attack somebody with an ice sword and blood goes spew. No, they're just added effects. So he's still going to have his uppercut without the Mortal Kombat effect, but he's still going to have the Mortal Kombat uppercut. He's still going to feel like the character, and that's what's important, right? If you can still feel like the character without going over the edge, without being too mature, because again, Smash Bros. Is not a mature rated game, so you will have to dial it back a bit, but I believe Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero especially with the ice-based moveset, that he fits pretty well overall, I'd say. So yeah, let's go to the voting. I love Mortal Kombat, I love Sub-Zero. He's actually one of my more played characters. I like the character, always have, but he's not the number one character that I would want to see for Mortal Kombat. So, for this one, I'm actually voting Captain Toad. Again, I just feel he's an all-star. He deserves it at this point. He deserves it at this point. Come on, Nintendo. Let's do this right. Anyway, that is going to be it for this one. So, yeah, let me know who you guys got. Sub-Zero or Captain Toad or both. Down in the comments. One vote per person. Anyway, that is it today. So, sneak peek for Monday. Looks like, where are we at here? Monday matchup. We have, speaking of Nintendo All-Stars that are not playable in the roster, Dixie Kong is back. Let's see how Dixie Kong does. But her opponent, Mai Shiranai. So we'll talk about her. We all know why she could be controversial, but that's on Monday. So that's Monday's matchup, and then we'll get the results for Arle Nadja from the Puyo Puyo series taking on Porky Minch. Somebody's getting eliminated. But that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.